Written by BeautifulHorse. A variation on tradition, a very different gala. Another Grand Galloping Gala had rolled around. Raven Inkwell donned her prettiest dress, silently wondering how Princess Celestia has messed up the gala this year. Raven used to look down on the practice of sabotaging the gala, but after many years at the princess's side, she could appreciate the tomfoolery for what it was. After all, it would be dreadfully boring if this gala were simply another Shark Tank-like affair for the nobles to expand or shrink their social circles. This year, however, was a first for the princess's assistant. Princess Celestia had seen fit to give Raven the whole night off to enjoy the gala. Or run away if it was too boring, the princess had added. It gave a mysterious sheen to the whole affair. Was the sabotage less than normal? Or was it one of the mysterious friend-making traps that Princess Twilight had recently begun insisting on? Could it even be an indication that Raven needed to start networking for in the future? With Princess Celestia's retirement in the foreseeable future, it was quite possible that Raven would have to find a new job. It seemed unlikely that Twilight would need an assistant, given that she already had Spike. Whatever the scenario, Raven was determined to make the most of her night of freedom. While she loved serving Princess Celestia in any possible way, her job was usually full-time. There was no time for any distractions, no matter how important or potentially useful. Raven finished touching up her makeup and left her comfy palace room. It occurred to her that she may not be living here for much longer. Squashing the thought, she made her way down the halls to where the gala was being held. The first thing she noticed out of the ordinary was that the usually stoic and silent guards seemed to be preoccupied by the door they were guarding. As she got closer, a delectable smell became apparent, and finally very different music to what was usually played at the gala. A faint laugh escaped from Raven as she saw one of the guards nearly drool at a particularly strong smell. At hearing her laugh, the guard snapped to attention, seeming flustered. "Does something smell nice in there?" Raven asked, her tone refreshingly light. An idea had occurred to her which she would never have dreamed of as a young, rule-abiding filly. The guards nodded back silently. A small rush of energy swirled around her body as she formulated her next sentence. "I'll see if I can sneak something out for you. I'm not planning on being here for too long." She pranced through the doorway before the guards could fully open it, a new, excited energy coursing through her body. The door guard's wide eyes followed her as she went in, and the doors closed behind her with a soft click. Raven appeared unfazed by the startlingly different scenery. But underneath her calm, almost nonchalant mask, her mind was buzzing. Nobles around her were either trying to piece together their composure or outright gawking at the decor. The theme was unlike Raven had ever seen before. Certainly nothing like the privileged Canterlot life, and not even close to her much-repressed childhood. She couldn't help being entranced by this new and exotic theme. Resolving to find out who was organizing, or at least catering for this gala before she made her escape, Raven began to follow the tantalizing smell. Her nose led her to a table filled with new and different foods, attended by two ponies who appeared to be having a minor disagreement. Curious, but not wanting to appear rude, Raven closely examined the many choices available on the table while listening to what few snippets of conversation she could catch. "But you are so busy, father. How can I possibly have a night off while you are here? Saffron, listen to me. Networking will be important. I can handle a few ponies who want to try something new." As Raven examined a particularly delicious-looking soup, Saffron seemed to sigh resignedly and give up. Both ponies seemed to finally notice Raven lingering, and the stallion approached her. "Good evening. Is there something I can help you with?" "I'm just trying to choose which of these delicious-looking foods I should sneak out to my busy friends. Are you doing the catering tonight?" Raven hoped she didn't look too guilty. Maybe she could talk to this Saffron who was also getting a night off. "We are indeed. I'm Coriander Cumin, and this is my daughter, Saffron. Maybe she could help you take some food to your friends before she finishes up, given that she's so desperate to help out. Was there anything in particular that had caught your eye? Coriander smiled. His smile seemed a little stretched though, probably from the stress of having to deal with countless socialites who were expecting cucumber sandwiches. Raven gestured to the soup she had been looking at. Maybe 3 bowls of this soup. It smells so nice, it pretty much led me here. That would make 1 bowl for me and 1 for each of my friends. Saffron rested a tray on her back with 2 bowls on it, and Raven levitated a bowl and 3 spoons into the air near her. Where are your friends? Saffron queried. Just outside that door. Raven nodded towards the door and began to lead the way out. Carefully stepping outside the door, Raven made sure that Saffron was there and the door was closed. I have the food, boys, Raven announced, and the guards looked around before claiming a bowl each. Raven distributed the spoons and turned back to Saffron. Just a moment, I'll run this tray back to Dad. Saffron darted through the door again. Raven spooned some of the soup into her mouth as she waited, and murmured appreciatively at the explosion of flavors in her mouth. It was almost overwhelming after years of developing a refined taste in order to be able to appreciate her food. When Saffron came back, she gawked at Raven's empty bowl. I wish I had been quicker. I've never known a noble to eat so quickly. The food I have usually isn't so flavorful, Raven offered in explanation. She set the bowl and spoon down on a nearby bench. The cleanup crew would pick it up later, and looked back at Saffron. Do you run a restaurant or something? Please tell me nice food is sold somewhere. Now that I've tasted it, I'm desperate. Saffron laughed. Yes, we run a restaurant hidden amongst all the fancy ones. Shall I show you? I'm out of here, it's my night off. What a coincidence! I'm also escaping from my night off. Do show me, please. Raven stepped after Saffron, and they left the palace. They stood in the alley that separated the restaurant from its classier peers. I'll definitely be coming here after my career change, Raven commented. What's your new job? Actually, what do you do currently? Saffron looked at the gray unicorn curiously. Currently, I'm Princess Celestia's personal assistant, Raven explained. But I'll be leaving that role soon, and I don't know what I want to do. I'm definitely not working as an assistant for anyone else. I could retire, but I'd be bored. I see. Saffron rubbed her hoof to her chin, furrowing her brow in thought. I'll have to help you decide, but for now, want to spend the night out on town with me? By all means, Raven agreed. It was going to be an exciting night. Maybe she wasn't so worried for her future after all. Hello everyone, my name is Contro, and if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that like button, comment your thoughts down below, and subscribe for more readings just like this one right here. And if you especially loved it, please consider donating to my Patreon, where you can gain access to all kinds of awesome perks. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the future.